believe that. LeIllKid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, all year, coming with another wonderful episode of, yep, you guessed it, on screen. Man, I'm so happy to see y'all up in this piece. It is so wonderful to have your sunshiny faces. Big shout out to everybody up in the chat early right now. Captain RGD is up in here, or was up in here super duper early. And also Markeith Collins. Also, anyone coming through on the replay. I got another super awesome addition to the Patreon support yesterday. Much love. Deep House Nation, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Deep House Nation. Thank you. Every single penny helps, whether it's lights, cameras, cords, batteries, whatever. The idea is to become independent. So then I ain't got to be doing this all late night, all after hours, all on the weekend, creeping with y'all. Y'all can be my main thing. You know? With that said, I'm going to hit that thumbs up. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs down. If you don't, but you hit that thumbs down, I'm going to send the emerald chain after you. And we're going to talk about them in just a second. So big shout out to Tony Fleming. Let's get on into this. We are spoiling it. The finale is here. I don't want to hear nothing else about it, except that, like I said before, the emerald chain got to go down. Now, real quick, in the chat, also on the replay, go ahead and hit me up with your thoughts about the season. I'll go in and get into my thoughts about the season in general. I like this. And what I mean by this is going to the future. I've been a fan of this ever since I saw it done in, I saw it done in, and I mean, I'm pretty sure other people have done it too. This is when I've seen it. Is Valiant Entertainment is a comic book company. They did a comic book series called, or a storyline or a timeline called, I guess you could call it a timeline, called 4001 AD. And it's where they jumped like 2,000 years in the future, 2,000 and some change years in the future, and told a story. And the good thing about that is, since it's 2,000 years in the future, you don't have to worry about any continuity stuff. You want to know why? Because everybody's grandkids, great-grandkids will be dead by then. So you can do whatever you want. You don't have to worry about somebody, messing with the timeline, or, hey, why didn't you do that? Because this is supposed to be canon. Why didn't you talk to that person? Why didn't you talk to that person? Why didn't you do this? Because since you're 2,000 some change years in the future, it doesn't bother you. So I like that it gave them room to breathe and be themselves. I really enjoy that. And I wish a lot of other series and franchises would do that. I wish Lord of the Rings would do that. I wish Star Wars would do that. Honestly, I wish something like, and I know this sounds weird, but go with me, I'd like to see something like Mission Impossible or Die Hard do something like that. Something where it's completely fresh, it's completely new, and it doesn't shake or bother what's happening now. So you don't have to, you're a little freer to have your fun. Or with something like Star Wars, you could also go to the past 2,000 years as well. Something like Mission Impossible, you really couldn't do that. But, something like Star Wars, you could go 2,000 years in the past and still have the same kind of freedom. Similar to what they're sort of doing with High Republic, but you know what I'm saying? It's not exactly the same because you still have Yoda there, because it's only 200 years in the past. So skip that, getting off of that. I like the fact that we went in the future. We kind of took a step away from a lot of the story that bound us. You know what I'm saying? So I like that season. Tony Fleming said this should have been done in season 1. I actually disagree. I enjoyed the alternate universe that we got in season 1. And then I like the time jump into season 2. I think season 3 came along at the right time. But that's how I'm feeling now that I've seen it. That's kind of how I feel. I see what you're saying, but I don't know. Now that we've enjoyed our crew and gotten to know our crew, I'm cool with what we got. And another thing I like about this season is learning that the Federation, Federation ain't all that, and they're not all powerful, and they're not all knowing, and they're not blah 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 blah. I like that. Federation had to take an L, had to learn something. You know what I'm saying? Had to come back. You know what I'm saying? They had to rebuild, and I like seeing the Federation in a place like that. I also enjoyed seeing Romulans and Vulcans coming together, stuff like that. I feel like the first two seasons could have been combined. Whoa, that's a lot in one season. Like doing the alternate universe and the time jumping in the season, that's a bold choice, my friend. It's bold. That's you asking a lot of, and I mean, unless you have like a super long season, but that's a lot to try to tackle in one season. A lot could have been dropped. Well, I mean, yeah, I feel what you mean. You could probably drop an episode here, there, kind of condensed it. So I feel you. But the Romulans, the Navarre, seeing how other planets have been able to kind of like maintain, seeing that we have something like the Emerald Chain around, which brings me to what I wasn't really digging this much this season, which is the Emerald Chain. The Emerald Chain there's a couple things. All right, first, I love the Emerald Chain because the Emerald Chain makes sense. It makes sense. Hey, there's no authority anymore, so the criminals can come out and play. Makes sense. I actually love the idea. It's practical, it's logical, but Osira never seemed to present a threat to me at all. Like I was never scared of that girl. Not once. You guys have heard me talk about Osira being like, why are we just kill that girl real quick so we can all go home. But, hey, things happen, that's how it is. So I did like the Emerald Chain because it made sense that in a power vacuum, in the absence of authority, some criminals would come up, but they were just kind of sleazy, 2-bit. I mean, they come on, man. Come on. Also, I like the fact that we still leave some questions out there, like the worlds that we have yet to touch. I don't think we had any word of the Borg this season at all. So there were a lot of things that were left out that we could get into later. Also, things like Book, the ship, the brother ship. There was a lot of cool stuff. The effects were always on point. The way they used the ships of the Federation collectively to create that shield and that bubble and stuff. There was a lot of cool stuff. Seeing Tilly step up, Saru step up, that kind of stuff, I loved it. I really did. I dug it a lot. So let's talk about this finale, y'all. We got finale stuff to get into. Number one, the words "we are Starfleet" means a lot. It was a rallying cry. I felt it. She was like, "We are Starfleet." I was like, oh, we real. It felt good to get those rallying cries. It felt good to see Tilly in action, see Burnham in action, see Book in action, seeing everyone knowing their place and feeling comfortable that the other side would do what needed to be done. And I remarked on this a little bit in the last episode. It just feels good that they are a well-oiled machine. They know each other. They can kind of feel like what's going on. Like she heard like, oh, Deck 7 is messed up. She's like, that's my people's. Ha ha. And then when they heard like Red Alert, they were like, Burnham's doing her job. So I love that. I really enjoy how they were able to kind of take that down and hold it down for each other. Tony Fleming says, I think we're going to find out things are worse in the Emerald Chain than we know. Osira was willing to pretty much do anything to merge with the Federation. Yeah, and then at the end they said that the Emerald Chain kind of fell apart, but that doesn't mean that there won't be factions. Because, I mean, shoot, we saw in The Mandalorian, look, the second Death Star been blown up for 5 years. And y'all still around here acting like it's business as usual. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we honestly don't know. Like, straight up, the Emerald Chain could morph into something else like the, you know, I don't know, the God Hand. And it would be another group of more vicious, you know, dudes and dudettes that want to, you know, control this sector or that sector or whatever. So that's what I think might happen. And shouts out, Tony Fleming said, Tilly basically said, nah, you got the juice, kid. Shouts out to Mr. Black Culture. Nice to see you up in here. Nah, son, you got the juice now, kid. So, you know, I like that. I like the rallying cries. I like that they all work together. I like that they you know, they gave that love to one another. They cared. They showed that they were willing to work together and didn't fear for one another. You know what I'm saying? They were working hard for one another and not being like, oh, I hope Burnham's okay. They're like, nah, Burnham got this. What is it? Gray. You know what? I'll hold Gray for a second. I'm gonna hold Saru and all of them on the planet for a second. We're gonna talk about them in a minute, cause just. I do like that Navarre came through in the clutch. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? They came through, showed up, and there was like, oh, they came in. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And we see that they're willing to be open to talks to join the Federation at the end. I like they came, they showed strength, they followed along in the warp, they made sure that, you know, they came to protect. You know what I'm saying? Burnham put out the call, and they came. You know what I'm saying? Much love to them, and yo, it's good to know that we've got friends that can come through in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. Even though, like I said, we probably could have taken care of Osira a while back, but let that slide. I also wanted to get into your boy, what's his name? Aurelios? Yeah. Yeah, I think Aurelios. I don't know exactly how to spell the boy name, but Aurelios. The other scientist that she choked out, she was like, look, I'm going to tell you like this. You do what I tell you to do because I'm the boss. I let you live. Every breath you take is because I allow it. So I did enjoy that. Because he had to have his eyes open. He had to learn, man. He had to learn, like, yo, look, she's evil, fool. Like, you know she evil. You just been turning a blind eye. So I think her choking him was probably the last straw. So we don't have to worry about him getting choked no more. Because your girl gone. I did want to get into the fight scenes because since we're still talking about the crew, basically, I'll get to Saru in a second. The fight scenes as the crew fought their way to kind of do their EMP mission were cool. I like the fact that they were like holding each other down. They were watching each other's backs. And even learning some about Lieutenant, I cannot remember her name, I apologize. The sister with the locks, that she's been holding her breath for like 10 minutes and such since she was like 8, you know, because you had to do like pearl diving or whatever that version of pearl diving is. So that was cool. I thought that was awesome. And then also seeing some good gunplay. But I know y'all Starfleet. I'm gonna let y'all finish and everything. But why are we still shooting people on stun? I know we Starfleet, I know. But these people have boarded us, have been killing us, and are continuing to try to kill us. All right? I don't know why we're using stun right now. All right? Chitty chitty bang bang. They got to go. I'm just saying, I don't know why we being all nice to these people. Why, man? Why? Take it off the man. Look, you see, Burnham ain't put on that on that. Mr. Black Culture said Batman rules. Like you see that. Let me think. Burnham, in all of her glory, you see she ain't put on that stun with Osira though. She stunned some other guys, but she was like, Osira, nah, bruh, it's a full KO. She got pushed into the data core. Homegirl she shot through the data core, killing Osira, and then came out like a G. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, man. Come on. This season finale has some hot scenes. I still think the last season finale is best, but then last year's season finale was stupid. It was a two-part, action-packed, crazy, and plus Osira really wasn't. Osira kind of doo-doo, son. She was whack. She was that sleazy person that was charming enough to get a whole bunch of people to follow her, but she herself wasn't that scary. Like, if you look at that fight scene between Osira and Burnham, if Burnham's leg wasn't messed up, Burnham would have took that girl to the rack. Man, come on, man. The girl can't fight. The girl can't barely shoot. Oh, and shouts to your girl, Burnham, that put the gun up to old boy and shot and blew him into her. Yo, that was dope. Yo, like, so we had some cool stuff. Also seeing the sphere data save the lieutenant, and I cannot remember her name. I completely apologize. The young lady with the locks saved her. So there were some great moments on the ship, on the Discovery, as they were fighting, blowing the EMP, blowing up the wing, dropping out of out of warp, getting kind of sucked into the next ship, and then even being like, yo, Book, we know you can think, and with their thoughts and empathize and your empath abilities or whatever. All right, you and bugs be going together. All right, you figure out animals and bugs. All right, these are a whole bunch of little spores. Go figure them out. We can get about this piece. and she was like, Book, would you please jump? Book, please, Jesus. So I did like that. I thought that was fun to see them jump to get out of there and to be able to save, of course, Saru and Hugh, Adira, Su'Kal, and sort of Gray. So all of the shots, from fight scenes to even the quiet moments where they were trying to, kind of torture Book and stuff, all of that stuff really worked well for me, man. I dug all this stuff on the ship. But let's talk about Su'Kal, aka the Dilithium Hulk. And yes, I'm keeping that. Dilithium Hulk, I made that. Tony Fleming said Starfleet need more crease in them. Lieutenant Joanne Owosakun. I know I messed up. Lieutenant Joanne. She's an awesome person. But yeah, Su'Kal about to get slammed on my nerves. I ain't going front. I'd have been like, look, Su'Kal, I ain't got no time. Look, I'm real. All right, this is a hologram. We got to go. All right, people dying. Look, all right, just get yourself together. All right, I'm tired of this. Look, we ain't no programs, man. All right, look, you going to be all right. Open this door so we go through there. It's going to be all right. You ain't got to worry about nothing. I'm with you. I got your back. Now let's do this. Dang, we going to die out here messing with you. I am real, fool. So, shouts out to Paul, said, what's good? Time for Discovery Talk. Yeah. It's, man, look, I try to be understanding. But all this time that your boy Saru was taking, trying to handle him with kid gloves, last episode and this episode, I'm like, look, hey, We ain't got no more time. If I was Hugh, I'd have been like, look, we ain't got no time. All right, we ain't got no time for this. Halfway through last episode, I told y'all, I'd have been like, look, boop, stunned. Let's go back to the ship. We can all be fine. It's like, I ain't got time to be chasing you around, Sukar. I know you've been, you know what I'm saying? I understand, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You lost your mother. It was traumatic. You've been here on your own. But, bro, we got to go. We can figure this out later. All right? We can figure this out later, man. Please. We gonna die messing with you. You see my skin? I ain't no hollow. Just come on. I got time to play with you. And then people be like, nah, NERDSoul, you wrong. You beating up people. You just gonna take him where that's kidnapping. Yes, it is kidnapping. Kidnapping is gonna save the rest of the galaxy. Y'all gonna let one kidnap take over the whole galaxy? Come on, man. Gotta weigh them options. Shout to Tony Fleming, said that whole plot line didn't connect with me. Just felt mushy for mushy's sake. I think they needed a way. They needed a way to get Saru out of the captain's chair in a way that made sense for Saru. And they needed a way to buy time for the Emerald Chain to catch up with the Discovery, which wasting time on that planet all day. Well, I mean, we don't really know the sense of time when they're, but they wasted a whole episode, so I'm gonna say all day. You know, that allowed them to do that. And Paul said, so we playing nice or just ripping into this? No, you can be fair. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. I enjoyed it, but I mean, I'm not gonna say that, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I think Star Trek has been one of the most consistent shows, consistently good shows, but that don't mean that I don't get mad at some of the characters' decisions. And no kid gloves, Paul. Nah. Shouts to NRAM, said, I love the episode and watching now for the second time. All right, cool. But nah, you don't need no kid gloves. I'm not a hater, but at the same time, the turbo lift scene? Yo, I love throwing people off of high objects or whatever. So when that turbo lift scene, I was like, please, somebody get thrown off. And when they threw your old boy off, I was like, yeah. I was mad happy. I wish they would have thrown more people off, honestly. But I know the Starfleet's supposed to be good, so you can't just be throwing people off to their doom. But look, I'd been like this. I'd have been throwing them everywhere. Whit. I'd have been throwing them like garbage out that joint. I'd have been like, you know how you take your garbage to the Lord and be like, you give it the heave-ho? Man, there'd have been so many people just floating or falling, hitting, crashing. They'd have been like, yo, what's going on with it? People in turbo lifts going somewhere where they just been hearing bumps on their elevators. I'm like, what's going on? But look, man, I'd have been throwing mad people. Paul said, but it was really, really big, as in bigger on the inside than out. Really? I mean, did you have a measuring stick on that joint? I mean, do you know how big it was? I mean, did it look big compared to them as human beings, but not bigger than the actual ship? I mean, come on, man. Come on. I'm just saying. I don't think it looked that big. I don't think it looked bigger than the ship. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. It ain't look big to me. You're going to need to bring me turbo lift size proof for that. Like a mini city. But yes, I would have been throwing people off that joint all day. Once they opened that door, I'd have been like, phew. I'd be like, man, I love throwing people. Everybody would have been looking like old boy from Die Hard in the original off the Nakatomi Plaza. They would have just been like, they would have been looking at me for their last spots like, that would have been it. That would have been it. You know they got to die slow. They can't die fast. Yeah, whenever you drop somebody, they don't never just be like, you drop them, they be like, whoosh. No, they only be like. So, you know, that's how now, I wouldn't show every shot, but maybe like once every three people or something, I throw them off the lift, man. I'd be waiting for a lift to come, like I get fancy with it. Like I see a lift coming this way, and I wait and I like throw them out, and so they get thrown out and get smashed by the next lift. Man, look, it wouldn't even be right. it wouldn't even be right. Man, yo, that turbo lift scene. The only thing missing from that turbo lift scene is that more people didn't get thrown out the window. That they should have threw mad people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mr. Black Coach. There should have been mad people up out that window, man. Like I'm just saying, it should have been they should have been mad out there. Total Recall meets Star Trek. Yep. Yo, I'm just saying, it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't even be right how many people there. Look, you'd be able to run back a kill count on my episode if I directed this one. But then at the same time, I understand that my sensibilities aren't the same as other Star Trek fans. So then they'd be like, wow, I mean, all these people killing, that ain't Starfleet. Now I'd be like, look, it's Starfleet now. It's Starfleet or it ain't nothing. No. So with that said, back to Saru. I like the way he connected with Su'Kal. Honestly, I did. I just feel like we wasted so much time, and actually him wasting that time reconnecting with another not Kaminoan, another one of his beings. Because I want to say Kaminoan, but that's the wrong franchise. But I was like, dude, you messed us up, man. You're the one that blew it. See, Saru, you ain't ready, man. I thought you was ready. You are ready, but then you got too attached, and then you wasn't ready. So, but at least now we see that he's off on his planet. He's on Kaminar. He's kind of like helping Su'Kal get readjusted with his peoples. You know what I'm saying? That was a beautiful city. They had water and stuff all around. It looked all beautiful. So, maybe he needs some rest, some R&R. It's been a crazy season. Saru done been through a whole lot of stuff. He needs some time to relax. You know what I'm saying? Just get out there, put your feet up for a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with a little vacation. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Emerald Archer says Discovery is a really good Star Trek show, and it's modern, which I like. Cool. Also, Star Trek shows have been stuck in the 80s since Next Generation. I don't know. I mean, I guess there could be an argument for that. I don't know. I don't know, because you do have standouts like Deep Space Nine, but I don't know. We'll see, because Deep Space Nine did kind of spin off from Next Generation, so I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I kind of feel where you're going, but I'm not sure if I feel where you're going. Shouts to Tony Fleming says, them being in the future took the show to another level, made everything better. Emerald Archer said 3 seasons already had 5 captains. Well, look, when you're on the Discovery, things get a little wild, man. Things happen, things get crazy, you know what I'm saying? You go to different universes, come back, you jump through time, man. It's wild. This is a wild ship, you know what I'm saying? Just like the ship on Lower Decks, man. You watch Star Trek Lower Decks, it's a wild ship. Things go crazy, you know what I'm saying? On Discovery, things go crazy, man. Things get wild. I'm just saying. It's not for the faint of heart. It gets rugged. You know what I'm saying? It gets a little rugged. So I'm just saying, you got to watch yourself on the Discovery. You never know what's going to happen. Paul said, whoa, Enterprise was hands down better than Discovery. Fight me. Discovery's not done, so I don't think we can have that argument yet. But from what I've seen of Enterprise, I say Discovery's better. But I haven't seen all of Enterprise, and Discovery's not done. You're also talking about 2 different eras, but when Discovery's done, we got that argument. But yeah, Tony Fleming said, knuckle up. Man, Discovery is a cold show for real though. I also like seeing Hugh reconnect with Stamets. You had Adira there. That was a nice moment. And seeing how Stamets looked at your girl, Burnham, showed that he wasn't happy with that one. You know what I'm saying? He was not pleased with her. And also remember, there's a lot of pride in Stamets behind being like the only guy that can run the spore drive. And now you got Book that's doing it. So now he's not as maybe as special as he, was before or as needed. So maybe he's a little mad about that too. But she threw him out the airlock. That's one. And then also now there's a new person that can run the spore drive. He's kind of mad about that too, probably. So we'll see how that plays in season 4. But let's talk about Gray. I still don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like characters that only one character can see. I don't like it in Umbrella Academy. I didn't like it in Supernatural when it would happen. I don't like it here. I don't like it. Where's somewhere else that it happens where there's like only one character that can see. Just whenever it happens, I don't like it. I would rather Adira get a new boo and move on. All right? Gray is part of the Trill memory thing. All right? He gone. All right? He gone. He ain't coming back. And the weird thing, because you get in a weird space where, okay, well, if Gray's coming back, why ain't everybody else coming back? Or, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if Gray's coming back, then what is his purpose beyond giving her moments to look sad? Or sorry, giving them as an Adira, moments to look sad. Come on, man. Like, we off that. Get a new boo, girl. All right? I mean, get a new boo. Adira, he gone. Gone. He ain't never coming back. All right? Part of your memories. Remember the good times and move on. Introduce a new character. Have her meet, this is not on purpose. Have them meet someone new and they can be in love or have a great relationship and get married or something. I don't know, whatever. Do something with someone new. All right, this character that can't nobody see is just, I've never liked it, probably never will. It's just, it ain't my thing. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But yeah, Inram said, what's the purpose of Gray? I don't see any reason. I understood his purpose at first, but after she was kind of, after they were baptized as the Trill when they came up out of the water, they should have let them go. They meaning Adira should have let them, meaning the other memories, go, because she's a Trill. They're a Trill now, and they're part of her memory. I mean, part of their memory, but it's not. They don't live with them. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason for Adira to be pining for someone who's gone. We had this lovely moment with Adira and Gray. They were in the memory space and they were playing the guitar and stuff, or the oboe, whatever they was playing, and it was a beautiful moment. And then let it be. And then let Adira meet someone new. Be maybe afraid to meet someone new, and then meet someone new, and then it's awesome. And then Stamets can help Adira through it, and then she comes closer. I mean, they come closer and then become a great relationship, and maybe it's part of some other storyline that's awesome or something, or maybe it's just a little storyline with them, with a little cool sort of family vibe with just Hugh and Stamets and Adira and new person. But the whole thing of like only I can see it and can't nobody else see it, I've just never been a fan of it. Just this is not, it's weird because it's not a particular knock on, it's weird, it's not a particular knock on Star Trek Discovery, because not a lot, but other shows that deal with like sci-fi and even fantasy and stuff like that do this. So it's not like Star Trek Discovery is alone, but I just don't like it when it happens. So I just don't like it. Maybe there's a storyline to be had where Adira sort of becomes addicted to using hollows or using the hollow deck, because that means that Adira will be able to be with Gray. And then in that case, maybe there's a storyline to be had about dealing with reality and letting go. Maybe there's a storyline there to be had that could be powerful. But I'm not impressed with Gray. I might find someone new, girl. Find someone new, girl. Find you a new boo. All right, Gray gone. Done. He out of here. You know what I'm saying? Someone new. Find someone new. You know what I'm saying? Paul says, so Baby Gray will have mobile emitter like Doctor did. Oh, well, yeah. Maybe that could work. Yeah, I guess that could work. Yeah. And then at least in that case, if you do that, then at least everyone can see Gray. Then the only part of the argument that I have then is technically Adira's still not moving on. And why is Gray the special one? Remember, they all showed up in the mirroring space when she was getting baptized in the Trill waters, in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Now all of a sudden, Gray the only one. What about everybody else? Why can't everybody else live? Huh? Why can't they come back into the real world to see people? You think they don't want to see real people too? Oh, but Gray the only one is special, right? Come on now. Why you hating on the other people? There was like 4 or 5 other people. Why can't they live? Why can't they have no life? So, oh man, talk about the blue flesh consuming computer. Oh, we already talked about that, Paul, before you got here, but I'll reiterate that. She got pushed into the data wall, and it was sweet because she came out like a boss, shot Osira dead. And it was like, called out a little bit of data, just a little bit of data. She was like, boom. She was like Steph Curry with the shot, especially recently with that 62 points. I don't know if he'll be able to keep up that level of performance for the rest of the season, but we'll see. And we'll talk about it this Friday on NERDSoul Sports. But, do I like Gray? The character I'm cool with. I just don't like the way the character is presented. So I'd have to say I'd rather move on to another character. I'd rather move on, have Adira meet somebody new. Just meet someone new, yo. Meet someone new. The guy from the beginning, Lieutenant Sail, I believe, we saw him again, and he had like the full garb on. He's finally Federation. That was a good look. That was a step up. Let's see what else we got. The new gear, the new captain. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got the new clothes on, which I do not like. I don't like the gray, man. The gray just ain't. I like the navy. The gray, it's not my flavor, man. When it comes to the fashion, it's not my flavor. I do not like the utilitarian gray. I don't like it. I like the navy blue. I like the on the other universe that your girl came from, Giorgio. I like the gold and the red and black, and gold. Woo! With the gold shoulders. Woo! That's a cold piece, player. Put that on with some gators, you cool. But the gray, I don't like the gray. It's plain. It's too plain, man. And I'm not saying that you should be stepping off the catwalk at Paris Fashion Week or something. But I'm just saying, just get a little fly with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they fly. But they've also been beaten down and battered for years. They have a chance to get their tailors to get it popping right. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, hey, you got to work with the gray. You got to work with the gray. You know what I'm saying? What you got? What can you do? You got to work with the gray. You got to work with the gray. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Now later Gators. You know what I'm saying? So, the style is cool, but the boring colors, nah, I can't do the boring colors, man. Yo, you got to get the Annihilator Gators. You know what I'm saying? Look, stepping fresh out there. Don't sleep. Stepping fresh. Like, look, just hey, I would like to see that. Look, the Terran side got styles. You saw Giorgio, she had that cape on with that high collar. Or how about old girl from Vulcan, the prince, not the prince, the princess. Was it a princess? She was the principal? What was she? Was the president? What is that lady? That lady was a prime minister, whatever she was. All right, she had a cool collar. It was up here. It came around and like curved down. Look, I'm just saying, Federation, I'm gonna need y'all to step y'all's fashion game up. You know what I'm saying? Step it up. Step it up. Come on. Let's lift. Let's lift them up. Lift them up. Dapper Dan and Stacey Adams. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Get fresh out there. You know what I'm saying? When you traveling in the new worlds, do you want to show up and they be like, oh dang, all they got is gray. I don't know if I want to join them. Or you show up, they be like, oh snap, they got gold on the collar. Yo, we gotta join the Federation. This what's up. Y'all passing out gold collars. That's what we doing. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to help them out to get to the new worlds and get more people in the Federation. Tony Fleming said, with Michael a captain, they're going to have dashikis and kente cloth uniforms by season 5. Yo, you know what? I've seen some dope kente cloth patterns and designs recently in the fashion game. You can flip that in a dope way for the Starfleet. Don't sleep. You can flip that. You can flip that real hot with a little accent right here. You know what I'm saying? You can flip that. You look, hey, don't sleep, man. Shouts to Paul says, if this was the older series, the rest of the Bridge crew would have had a side story or one-off episodes by now. Some have. So that's actually you're selling Discovery short on that. In the last couple of seasons, side people. You mean side people off of the bridge or on the bridge? Because side people on the bridge have had their side episodes. We've had side episodes from Detmer. We had side episodes from the young lady. Man, was it Ariam, the android chick that got taken over by the not the sphere data, but the virus computer or whatever. We had a side episode of her. We had episodes, of course, of Giorgio. We had episodes of we had episodes focused on Tilly. We had episodes focused on Saru. So not every single person on the bridge, but there's people on the bridge that have had their episodes. You know what I'm saying? So I think you're selling Discovery short a little bit. You sell them a little short. Emerald Archer said, Google Vogue Africa. New African woman fashion is on point. I'm in Pearl Tussie's DMs. Oh, man. That's cold. Paul says, bridge, black guy, Asian guy, cute blonde. Let's not front let's not front like other Star Treks have done. There's other Star Treks where it's like, come on, man. We don't know everybody up there. But some people have gotten their episodes. And that doesn't mean that we can't, because technically Star Trek Discovery isn't done. So it's hard to speak of Discovery as if it's done when it's not done. But about 50%, if not more, of the bridge crew have had their own episodes. The other captains have had their own episodes. So I think you're trying to sell them short. I think you're selling them short. So Commander Vance, much love to you. You was tough, but you were fair. I thought you were dirty at first, but you weren't. I thought your old boy that interrogated Giorgio, I thought he was dirty, but he wasn't. So I say props to you. Much love to you. I'm glad that you came through and you weren't whack. You know what I'm saying? You weren't whack. You were hard but fair, and at the end you made a great choice. So much love to you. I want to give a shout out to Giorgio, even though she's gone. You know what I'm saying? I love what she's done on the show. I love how she's helped out the crew. I love the woman she's become, even in this point of her life. You know what I'm saying? She's lived her life on the evil side, and now she's a better person. You know what I'm saying? So much love to her. Big shout out to Saru. stepping up as a captain, keeping people safe, keeping people focused on point. You know, even getting to the point where he was able to save Sukal. It did mess things up, but I still ride for Saru. He's a good dude. Yeah, I can't wait for Section 31. It's gonna be people dying on that one. And big shout out to Book and Burnham. Hashtag Black Love. That's right. You best believe it. You know what I'm saying? Black love in the house. We don't play. So I want to ask y'all this because Captain RGD asked it earlier before the show started, said, do you think people will stop hating on Burnham because she's a captain now and other captains always do their dumb, crazy stuff too? I have my answer. I'll let y'all hear that and, type in your answers first. My answer is no, because people's original hate, the original hate that I saw for Burnham had nothing to do with being a captain or not being a captain. It's because she was black, all right? So people that didn't like her because she was black and try to find these hyper specific reasons to hate her so that they didn't look like they were racist will not stop hating her now. My thing is, let those people go. They're going to hate the show. They're going to hate it. Let them hate it. Let them hate the show as much as they want. You enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it. They don't like the show. They don't like the show, man. If they have these weird reasons for not liking Michael Burnham, just be like, word. That's how I answer. I've been in 3 conversations where people had a problem about Burnham. I knew it was because she was black, but I let them say their whole thing. When they finished, I was like, word, the show's dope. And I just left it to that. I'm like, go on and get it out. I know you want to get it out. You want to get it out to a black person so you feel good about it. So go on and get it out. And after that, I was just like, word, Star Trek Discovery's dope. That was pretty much it. I feel like she doesn't pay for her crimes. What captain truly pays for their crimes? Let's be for real. What star of a Star Trek show truly pays for their crimes? Because your boy Picard's still walking around. And when they released the first trailer of Picard, everybody jumped up and down, all excited about that. He hasn't truly paid for his crimes. Shoot, Deep Space Nine opened up with that. Opened up with like, Cisco was like, hold up. Dude, talk about the first captain we ever met. J.T. Kirk. Has he really paid for his crimes? So are we putting a weird, strange restraint on this show that we're not really putting on other shows? I mean, come on, man. What captain really pays for their crimes? Or star of the show really pays for their crimes? And this is actually even outside of Star Trek. Like, come on, man. Like, see, nah, Kirk is Kirk. Nah, I don't want to hear that. Come on, man. So anyway, yeah, I mean, she's always right. Yeah, she's the star of the show. They're always going to be right. You can take any, especially when it comes to sci-fi and fantasy. You know what I'm saying? The star is going to be right, let's say 92 to 95% of the time. And then the rest of the time, they'll be wrong, but it'll work out and they'll learn like a little lesson, but it'll work out. Come on, man. We know that we've been watching these shows and loving these shows for a long time. And I love them too. But let's not front like this the first show where this has happened. It's like, look, come on, man. Let's not put the handcuffs on this show and then let everybody else live. You know what I'm saying? Con L said Kirk womanizing green, blue, purple women. Kirk messing up first contact, all crazy. Second contact, come on, man. Come on. We're talking about she always right. Yes, she's the lead of the show. But with that said, let's fly. Whoo, I love that. I like that, man. Gotta fly. Fly like an eagle, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, I love the finale. Season 2 will always be my top finale because that joint was just action-packed. And there was a whole lot of death in there, man. Pow, pow. But This one came through, man. Solid show. Enjoyed it. A lot of fun to watch. I dig it. Still dig it, and I will be around for much, much more. Let's see what else can I say about this season that hasn't already been said about after. No, I was playing. um, like the show does a good job of showing the growth of the crew. The crew seems like a family to me. I'm happy to see the family grow, move on, trust each other. I'm glad to see everybody level up. I'm glad to see Saru reconnect with someone that he can feel like sort of like a surrogate older brother for. You know what I'm saying? And to see Tilly learn that she's got it. She's not the best, but she's got it. And see everyone support her. See, Stamets and Hugh. See Adira. You know what I'm saying? All of these people, I've enjoyed their rides. And then seeing, Burnham meet Book, be with Book, and also reconnect with her mother, man. Like, so there's a lot here that I enjoyed, continue to enjoy. Show is still solid. I think I can say now safely that Star Trek is on an extremely good roll. Tony Fleming said that dude 150 though. Oh man, we got Star Trek Lower Decks that I did not expect to like, and I really enjoy. It's just fun to watch. It's a fun show to watch. It's lighthearted, and you don't have to invest a whole bunch of time, but it keeps me giggling throughout the show. Star Trek Discovery, which brings the heat. Picard, which I'm still on the fence on, but I think they had good intentions. They didn't have to kill a brother within like the first 10 minutes of the show, but hey, I guess with Hollywood, old habits die hard. So you get what you get. But I did like some of the places they went with Picard, but I'm open to seeing what happens next season. I'm still on the fence with it. I don't know. I feel like the focus of the Picard season was in the wrong place. But it was nice to also see all of those, familiar faces come back. And it was cute to see a closure of sorts for Data and Captain Jean-Luc Picard, or ex-captain, I don't know, retired captain, whatever he is. So with that said, Star Trek doing their thing, man. And I am excited to see what comes next with stuff like Section 31. Is it Brave New Worlds? Is that the name of the show? I think it's Brave New Worlds. And then there's one other show that I feel like I'm missing. I think there's 3 coming, right? Anyway, y'all let me know. I think there's 3 shows coming. But anyway, I'm like, Star Trek is in a good place. They're coming with it. So I'm excited. I really want to see where they roll. Did they mention the Romulans or the Klingons in the future? I don't think they've mentioned them yet. No, they mentioned no, they didn't. Did they? I don't think they did. I don't think they did. So that might be something new to open up next season. The Pike show, which I think is Brave New Worlds, or is it Strange New Worlds? Sorry. Killing one in the mirror universe. Okay, cool. I want to see the Pike show. Android Picard is, I don't know. But I'm open to see what they do next season. But if I'm not digging next season, I'll just bounce, and because here I don't like to just hate on shows. You know what I'm saying? That's not my plan. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, if I don't like a show, I'll let you know. I'll be like, I don't like this show. I don't like that show. But I'm not the type of person that likes to harp on it. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, like I'm on the fence about Picard. I'm not super hot on it, so I just kind of leave it alone. I think they're in a good place. Star Trek in general is in a good place, and I'm excited about that. And I want to see where they go next, man. I'm super hyped. So, guys, with that said, we have exercised a good amount of the demons. Holla at me. I'm going to holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk. Of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. YouTube is the hub. So, guys, it means a lot when y'all hit that thumbs up. Or you can hit that thumbs down. But if you hit that thumbs down, whoo, I'm going to send the ghost of Osira after you. And you ain't going to like that. All right, you're gonna like, because she's gonna be annoying and also like slimy and sleazy, like just kind of like, it's almost like a slumlord or like a shady car salesman became the leader of a group or a gang or something. Yeah, it's kind of how she was. But with that said, podcast, if you want to listen, if you're like, yo man, I don't want to look, I want to listen, then podcast wherever you at. NERDSoul going to rate the podcast. 4, 5, 15, 16, 135 stars. You know what I'm saying? And Spotify for that music. Do not sleep. Yo, man, I have enjoyed myself thoroughly watching this show. Hopefully you have too. It's been silly. It's been fun and crazy. But, I mean, hey, it's Star Trek, so that's just how it's going to be sometimes. So, with that said, guys, I'm going to leave y'all with Arcatron. That's ARCKATRON.com. He's got them beats. He made the Space Bridge. Of course, that's another franchise, but you got to do what you got to do. You ready to go? Yeah. Say peace. All right, so from us to you, thank you for watching. We're going to leave y'all with some, say Arcatron. Arcatron. Say Arcatron. Arcatron. ARCKAT. That's right, .com. So from us to you, we're just saying peace. Oh, check it out? Yes. All right, cool. Give them a woo. A woo for you, and of course, a woo for you. Peace, y'all. Yeah.